Hey writers, today's video on author websites and newsletters is very special because it's part of the awesome AuthorTube virtual retreat, which if you didn't know has been going on all weekend. It's jam-packed with writing sprints, panels, and helpful workshops just like this one. And in case you're just hearing about it now, all of them are available on replay in all the links down below. So you can definitely check that out and catch up on all of them later. And you can also engage with us on social media, I think mostly on Instagram with the hashtag #WriteTogetherApart. Yeah, got that right. Okay. If you've been loving the retreat so far, definitely give a shout out to Keelan and all of the amazing presenters and sprint leaders in the chat box right now. I know that they would really appreciate it. Everybody's been doing such a great job and putting so much effort into making this an awesome event. So thank you guys so much. And let me know which sessions you've really enjoyed so far. There are so many that I'm still catching up on because I had a few commitments here and there, but I've been trying to tune in live to as many as I can and watching some on the replay. And it's been so cool to see this community together. They've done this retreat once before. I was not able to be a part of it last time, made me so sad, but I'm really excited that this time I can be a part of it. So as you guys are tuning in, just say hello. And in this particular workshop, we're going to be talking about 5 ways you can use an author website and newsletter to grow your readership in leaps and bounds, or your future readership if you aren't quite published yet, like me, which we'll talk about in a bit. For anyone who doesn't know me yet, I'll introduce myself in just a second, but I always love to learn a little bit about you guys to make sure I'm helping you the best I can. So as I get started, definitely let me know the answer to this question. What, if anything, has been holding you back from creating or improving your author website? So whether you have one or you don't have one yet, if you feel like it could use improvement, or you feel like you want to get started but you've just been stuck, definitely let me know what have been your struggles, what kind of things have you wanted to improve, what kind of questions have you had, because I'd love to tailor what I'm sharing to you guys to be the most helpful as possible. And we will have time for questions at the end as well, and a lot of fun content to get in here. And I'm just going to say hi real quick to a bunch of you. I'm just going to shout out Keelan, who is our fearless leader and has been doing such a great job so far. Hi, Devin and Danya and Lori and Reese and LR, and I saw SK before, and 21st Century Writer. Guys, I'm so excited that you're here with me live, and hi to everybody on the replay. You can engage with us in the comments down below afterwards, and I'd love to chat with you then. All right, just in case you don't know me as you're answering this question, I am Brittany Wang, and that is my website on the screen there if you would like to check it out, authorbrittanyWang.com. And just to tell you a little bit about me, I am a reader and a writer of young adult fantasy. So if you read or write that at all, let me know that in the comments too. I'm currently unpublished, but I'm joining the indie world, and hopefully in the next year, between this project and one other project I have going on, I'm excited to join all the indies out there. This is not the real cover. This is just a fake fun cover that I made. The serial that I'm writing is called Sisters of the Shadowwood, and in addition to one other project I'll be talking about in a few weeks. And if you don't already know about Shutterfly and that you can put like your own picture on a notebook, I'm using this notebook per my friend Bethany Atazada's idea of using this as like a planning notebook for your work in progress or launching your book or whatever you want to do. So I thought that was just fun to share as we go forward and tell you a little bit about me. I also am a web designer, and I focus mostly the last few years on authors. And I'm an Author Life mentor on Patreon. So I have like a mentorship group with other writers that I love to encourage and sort of have a supportive community there. If you're a patron, say hi in the comments. You guys are amazing. I'm a wife. You can see my husband right there pictured with me in New Zealand, one of our favorite places ever. And especially because Lord of the Rings was filmed there, and that's Hobbiton. Favorite place ever, you guys. My dream come true. So that's great. I also love Harry Potter. I am a Raven Puff and a believer. A little bit about my writing journey, again, if you don't know me and sort of where I'm coming from as I talk to you guys about websites and platforms. I started getting serious about not just writing for fun, but actually publishing something in 2017. But as I got started, one thing a bunch of my friends who were already published kept saying was that they wish they had started growing their readership sooner. They worked so hard on the book of their dreams, got it out, and then had to scramble to try to find people that would want to read it. So in early 2018, I took their advice and I started building my potential readership on social social media, mostly Instagram. By May of that year, I started my YouTube channel that you're on right now. Hello. And then I launched my author website and newsletter at the end of that summer. And that's what we'll be focusing on mostly today, is why I did that and how helpful it has been. Since then, over the last 2 years, here's just some stats. I've grown my author newsletter to over 3,000 subscribers, my Instagram to over 4K, and the AuthorTube channel that you're on, like I said, just hit 6K subscribers a few weeks ago. So thank you guys so much if you're subscribed. And if you're not, definitely consider hitting the subscribe button if you enjoy this workshop, because I actually go live every week now, pretty much. And so it's a really fun format, chatting with you guys, and definitely with all the other author tubers that have put their blood, sweat, and tears into this weekend. Go check out all those links below and subscribe to them. You will not regret it. But before we get into all the author website stuff, I just want to put a disclaimer out there that although no one can guarantee that all of your followers or all of your newsletter subscribers will convert to being readers, if you're attracting the right people and you keep them engaged, statistically, a percentage of them will at least buy your first book and check you out. And without, on the flip side, without some kind of following, you're having to completely rely on either your publisher, if you're traditionally published, or a book selling vendor like Amazon to promote you. And Amazon places won't really do a lot to promote you unless you're like killing it, selling a lot of books, or you pay them money. So definitely anything you can do author platform wise, which the workshop right before me did a great job about talking about author platforms. Then that is really like a great place to start. And then again, we'll talk about why author websites and newsletters can just be that next level up. That can help you out so much. Additionally, for me personally, I love connecting with readers and writers online. So either way, it's a win-win for me. Okay, I just wanted to check the comments. I know that was a lot that I just spat at you guys, and I wanted to see what kind of questions you guys might have. Let's see. Reese, hi Reese. I haven't been able to catch any of the workshops or sprints yet, hoping to get in the sprints today. Yes, and that's the other thing. There's so many sprints going on, so if you're not interested in the workshops, you can get some writing, accountability done. Lori says, I'm unpublished, but have an author website and a newsletter. Yeah, this is really going to help me out. Oh, I'm so glad. Hi, LR. Hey from PA, I'm so excited to be able to attend. Woo! My biggest problem is the slowness of my website. I use WordPress, which is fairly user-friendly, but my lack of technical skills would be the biggest obstacle. Totally understand that. Christine, I'm going to talk about my author website bootcamp a little bit. She's one of my first boot campers. Just wanted to say that Brittany knows what she's talking about. I made my website and newsletter with her help. Both are super successful. Yay! I'm so glad to hear that, Christine. I think you took the boot camp like, gosh, was that like 2 years ago? A year and a half ago? I don't even know. Crazy. Lack of technical knowledge has held me back for sure to know what, sorry, I can read, to know what to even ask for when shopping for website services. Okay, yes, I can totally help you out there. I think I've been trying to just focus on finishing my manuscript before I dive deep into creating my website. I have one started, but I haven't finished it. And I'm just going to say to people like you, SK, I'm going to say this at the end because I have a note for it, is even if you can just get a landing page, like you don't even have to create a whole like massive website. Just get a landing page, says who you are, says you have a book coming, and has a newsletter sign up. Like you can start capturing people for that newsletter for the future, even if you aren't ready to start emailing them right away. And I swear that that will just like set you up real good. And I'll talk about that in a little bit. You are totally fine. The question was just, do you have any struggles about author websites, or what's any reasons that you haven't gotten going on that? Hi, Doll. Really appreciated everything you shared in your live stream earlier. Thank you. Thomas says, I'm starting writing as a second career. I've been a hobby story writer since childhood. Yes, so definitely like doing the website and the newsletter is really, is again, that next level for people who want to make this a career. If you're just doing it as a hobby, it's not as important, but career will definitely help you. Aced Coffee says, I always fear that I'm boring people with my content or can't be consistent enough to keep people interested. I'm slowly learning how to deal with it, but it's a constant thought while creating content. I was totally there, and I still get there. I get nervous before every one of these live streams, and I'm like, I hope this is helpful, and I hope that people enjoy it. So I can't promise that that will ever go away, but one thing that definitely helps me, Ace, is having a community around me and having friends that encourage me and support me even no matter what. So if you don't have that community of friends that encourage you, I encourage you to find them. Larry says, I use Wix. I do too, and pay a monthly fee of $12 only because it gives me more access and it's easy to use. I love Wix too. Hi, Holly. Holly was part of the author platform workshop that was going on. And so was Sako. Hello. Let's see. JJ, hi. And JJ was one of my boot campers too. Hudson, hi, was one of my boot campers. You did great too with your workshop. Let's see. I have to improve my website. Okay, Doll, do you have any specific things that you know you would like to improve, or you just know it needs improvement? Hi, Lysandra. Okay, I'm almost done with comments, guys. I swear we're going to get into it. Lori says, having a landing page to start is great advice. That's how I started, then eventually added to it. Although I'm unpublished, I do add blurbs for my work in progress. Exactly. And I'll show you some examples too. Brittany, I love your videos. Yay, thank you, April. They are so full of useful information. It feels like the insider info. Thank you so much for your great content. That makes so much. Thank you. Hi, Sarah. Sarah was also part of the author platform one. It was awesome. And a couple others too. Kaylin, friends are awesome. Yes. And I always say, I'm going to mention the word followers a lot in this, but I always say friends over followers. You cannot go wrong with making friends. If you just chase followers, it's not gonna do anything for you long term. Yes, Wix, Doll, love it. I just have to start a website and newsletter. Yeah, I can help you with that. We're going to talk about it. Doll says I need to improve, but I don't even know how, and I don't have much to my name yet. That is totally fine. And like I said, you can start super simple. And as Lori said, we can always add more to it. But having something to start is great. Friends over followers. Yes. Hi. Okay, Cami. Yes, I know this is you. Thanks for your help with my website. You're welcome. Okay. Yes. Okay. All right. I caught up. I'm so sorry. I'm going to keep going. All right. We want to make sure we can get to questions because questions I think are going to be super valuable at the end. Okay. Let's keep going. The process I'm going to show you today is the same process I personally used and what I teach my author website bootcamp students. This is a few of them, which you'll see some of their websites as examples during this workshop. And just for fun, let me get to the right screen here. I'm going to show you, well, first of all, I just want to show you, this is my website, but I'm going to show you a couple others. I just want to show you a few examples of how websites can have a lot of sort of similar looks and vibes, especially if you want to make sure that you have all the right content for being an author, but they can have a lot of different flavors depending on, this is an example of one landing page by Allie, which is gorgeous, and we'll get into like the bulk of her website inside, but I just thought that this was really gorgeous. And all different genres and all different branding, and all of these websites, again, are either people that I've created their website for them, or like Megan, she took my boot camp and created this for herself. And then Savannah was also one of my boot campers, and she does author stuff, but also other related things to author stuff like speaking engagements. So just, again, I think visuals are super valuable and can speak more than words. So I just wanted to show you a few examples here. This is Heather. I created her website for her, and I have one more I'll show you closer to the end. So now that you've got that sort of all in your brain, I also want to say, if you stick around until the end, I'm going to give you access to my free 3-lesson author website workshop that goes even more in depth than I have time to do today before I send you off to the next part of the retreat. And it'll dig deeper if you guys are really wanting a lot more like newsletter stuff. This workshop here has like a ton more newsletter nitty-gritty kind of things. So if this sounds good, if you're excited, type "I'm excited" in the chat so I know you're here with me, you're excited, and yeah, we're gonna get into it, you guys. I think we're still doing good in the comments. Just looking there. Okay, great. Okay, in a minute, I'm gonna give you 5 creative practical steps you can do with your website in order to draw in and connect with your ideal readers long term. You guys like practical things? We're going to get there in just a minute. But just in case any of you are asking, do I really even need a website? Let's very quickly review 5 ways an author website benefits you as a writer, and more specifically, a writer who wants to make a career out of it, right? Because before I said, it's more of a hobby for you, it's not really a necessity, but if you want to make a career, super helpful. Benefit number 1, full control. Lots of writers like to use social media as their home base, as the main way they connect with their audience. And I do this a lot too. It's definitely a huge part of my strategy and platform. Again, there was a workshop right before mine that you can go and check out all of the details about social media platforms and how they can be helpful to you, and how to connect with other people and readers. But ultimately, social media is what I like to call someone else's party. And I didn't come up with that term. I heard it somewhere. I can't remember where, but I love to borrow it. And so social media, if you go to like Instagram and you start a platform there, you are in someone else's domain. They own it. They make the rules. You have to play by their rules. And sometimes you play by their rules and the algorithms still work against you. One day it might really favor you, and the next day, like, none of your followers are seeing your content for whatever reason. The other danger is that you can invest so much time and energy, and then it can fall out of a fad. I think in the last workshop we were talking about, hey, if you want to reach young adult, like, it's no longer Instagram, it's TikTok you have to go to. And so you've spent all this time in Instagram, and now you're losing all of your readers because they're going to another platform. Another thing is for certain social medias, even businesses nowadays, especially in our day and age, are going bankrupt. They're disappearing. So you've put all of this content and time and energy into a specific social media platform, and then tomorrow it's gone, and you lose all your content, you lose all your followers, your connection. So it's great. You want to go to other people's parties so you can meet other people that you wouldn't meet normally, but then you want to invite them to your party, which is your website, where you have full control. And what I love about websites too is fully customizable. So you have a particular kind of platform on a social media, and you have certain constraints, and you can only share this amount of text, and you can only share this amount of links, and you can only do this, and only text or only pictures or whatever. But your website is your website, and you can do whatever the heck you want with it. So when people come to your website, it's not just full control, but there is no competition, guys. It's your website. As long as you don't have any ads on it, because like you have a free kind of website or whatever, literally it's all about you. So you get people there, and they are consumed with your books and you and your platform, your brand, all the different things. No algorithms working against you, as long as you can get them to the website. And we can talk about how to get them there in a little bit. Benefit number 3 is it shows professionalism. If you're not looking, again, to just write as a hobby, but for a career, it really shows readers that you are intentional, that you are professional, that you have your own website, potential fellow writer collaborators. So I don't just also look for readers, but I also love to network and become friends with other writers, because there's so much collaboration and integrating of different readers and audiences. So I love that. And this shows that, yeah, you really are being intentional, and you're making the effort to make your own platform on your website. And then book industry professionals. So I even have some of my students that have said, I'm so glad I created a really great website, because my agent was really, when they were considering taking me on, they looked at my website and they saw how much effort and like how professional it looked. And it was already set up to start like bringing in readers. So, I think like someone else said that they were doing like pitch wars, and like one of their mentors, had looked at their website, and it isn't the end all be all. Like ultimately it's going to be your writing that will secure you, but it's definitely something that shows that you're like serious about your career. Number 4 is all of your content is in one place. So if you've ever heard yourself say, okay, guys, you can connect with me on Instagram and Twitter and YouTube, and here are all my links, and now you got to click on the things. It just becomes a lot. And so it's really great if you can just say, hey guys, this is my website. It's authorbrittanyWang.com. You can go there. And if you love Instagram, there's a link to my Instagram. If you go and you love YouTube, there's a link to my YouTube. But you're just giving them one link, and it just makes it really easy as like a home base for everything. Bonus benefit too is that anything on your website, any text becomes searchable on Google. So if you share content on Instagram or Twitter and things like that, it's harder for Google to pick that out. And then to be like, yeah, now you're going to rank in Google search, which helps people who don't already know you and are connected with you to find you. But if you have blog or even just like text about you or your books or whatever, all of that can show up on Google. And it can become evergreen content, which someone mentioned in the last workshop. I'm trying to remember which one of you lovely ladies mentioned it. I think it might have been Angela. But yeah, evergreen content is this idea of like, okay, I post an Instagram post, but eventually it like gets down in my feed and like doesn't do me any good later besides being part of my feed. Whereas if you have text on your website, you have a blog, you have resources, you have something there, again, that is something that is searchable, something that someone could come across 10 years from now now because it is looked at a lot, or you have a lot of traffic on your website, and all of a sudden you've done one thing, you've created one thing, and now there's tons of other people years down the line that are finding your content, and you can centralize everything there. I have other notes for myself that I might have already said, so I'm just looking. Yeah, I think I said all that. So like one thing that I do, like YouTube is always evergreen content as well, but I also have a blog where I try to post my YouTube video or like content from an Instagram post that did really well into a blog post, and then I connect it to Pinterest, and like Pinterest is another place that you can like reshare things and it can become evergreen. We don't have enough time to talk about all that, but hopefully I'm not talking too fast and some of this is making sense. Let me know in the comments if this is making sense. Benefit number 5 is you can develop an engaged following in readership. And again, you can have this on social media, but you don't own that audience. The only way you can really own your audience is by having a website that hosts a newsletter that you can be continually engaged with, that you own, that you can download those emails. Even if you want to leave that website builder and you want to move to a different one, you can transfer those emails and those contacts and those relationships to another platform. Let me actually read my notes for a second. You can also show who you are and what your books are about in a multitude of creative and unique ways. You just saw a bunch of websites that all looked completely different and had all their different vibes. And we'll go over a little bit more of that in a second. And like I've sort of been hinting at too, there's all these different tools and things you can add to your website to attract your ideal reader. So like certain kinds of blog posts, certain kinds of resource pages. We're going to talk about a little bit about opt-ins and lead magnets or cookies. That's another term that people call them. If you don't know what they are, again, we'll go over in a second. Newsletters, huge newsletters, and a bunch of other bonus features. Okay, I saw a lot of comments coming in, so I'm going to take a little break to go check it out. Bear with me as I go back. Doll, I know images speak more than words, but I lost the visuals. I know, and I've been hearing that throughout the different live streams today. I am going to have to brainstorm for more ideas for you. But another thing you can do, Doll, is work with somebody or work with a friend that is really good at graphic design, really knows you and your brand, and can help you develop something that will then connect with your readers and sort of tag team together. So that is another thing. But I would love to know, Doll, how do you experience websites? So if people didn't know, Doll, you've expressed yourself today as partially blind. And so how do websites connect with you at all? Is there anything that we can be doing as authors to help people that are partially blind engage or make it better for you? Please let us know. I saw I'm excited, so that's good. And then Brooke's excited, just starting to make my website and brand for that matter. So this is super helpful. Yay! Very excited, tired person. I feel the tired too. Very excited, but I have to drop in. Okay, yay, thanks. Oh, you're so sweet. Thanks, Akko. Yay. Hit the like button for sure. Everybody's videos today and yesterday. Hit the like button, subscribe. I'm just getting into it, but there will be a playlist and replay at the end. It's a great lesson. Your website is an anchor for your business while traversing the ocean of social media. How poetic. Love that. I love being amongst writers, you guys. Professionalism is key on your website. Agreed. No worries. We're just getting into the thick of it. Let's see. Do you use a tool to disperse social media feeds to all platforms automatically? That is a great question. It's a question for a different topic. I can address it at the end if we have time. I need to create a website that hosts all my stuff and links at all the different things. I started building one on Squarespace, but Squarespace is expensive. Yeah, that's the other thing, is it's sort of an investment. But again, if you're treating this as a career and as a business and selling your books as part of your business, then there are some expenses and you can find some more affordable options possibly. I don't know the difference in price between Squarespace and Wix.com off the top of my head, but I know there are different tiers for Wix that have different things depending on which tier you are paying for. Yes, I'm so glad that made sense. WordPress is not user-friendly, plus tries to run ads. Yeah, and I know some people that love WordPress, but there is a lot of coding. So if you're not a coder and you like the whole drag and drop kind of option, again, Wix. Yeah. Okay. 401 compliance. Sago, I think I missed something. Can you clarify so I don't miss I feel like that's really important. I like sounds, so whatever audio content I can find them in. Okay, so if you guys have podcasts, YouTube videos, anything with audio, or if you want to put an audio type of version, or you want to like, so Doll, if we like recorded our blog posts and did like an audio version on our website too, would that be helpful for you? I loved it. Thank you so much for that insight. I've been playing a lot with Canva to make images, and I'm not an expert or professional, but just playing around with it has helped make my graphics better and could possibly help Doll. And like, yes, definitely. Canva is the best. Yes. And Wix, yes. Every month, even you have to like be signed up for their email stuff, but every month they do, if you are getting a premium account for Wix for the first time, you can hit their monthly sale, which is 50% off your first year, and it gives you a free domain name, which is fabulous. I have a website on Shopify for my small business. I need to integrate it. Yeah, and you can actually integrate that into your website too. JJ is visually impaired, so she said tiny fonts or very curvy fonts are harder to read. Plus, if light font is on a light background or vice versa, makes things difficult to read on websites. Yes, so JJ, I love that. Thank you so much for adding that as well. Yes, the 50% off, it's pretty much every month. Wix is cheaper, thank you. Yes, this is why I love YouTube. I learn a lot by listening to things. Fabulous. Checking out Wix as we speak. Awesome. I love Wix, but could be wrong on the monthly cost. Okay, yes. All right, let's get on, keep going so we can have time for questions. But this is the meat of what I wanted to talk about, you guys. 5 steps to use your author website to grow your readership. Let's get really practical, shall we? I really love practical. So step 1 is to choose branding and features that will attract your ideal reader. And Sako did a whole workshop today about author branding, which is very helpful. In my bootcamp, we do something called the Dream Storm. So even before I get them in on Wix and show them how to use all the tools, I have a workbook where I'm like, okay, who's your ideal reader? Who are you as a person? What is your brand? What kind of colors would go with that? What's the mood? What's your genre? What kind of colors go with that genre and attract that reader? And thinking through all those things before you do all the work to create a website that doesn't attract your ideal reader. So branding, super, super helpful. And again, bonus tip is to then use all of that branding throughout every platform, Instagram, YouTube, everywhere, just so you are super recognizable. And then I also have them brainstorm different features that will draw their ideal reader in. So you might have shiny thing syndrome where you're just like, I want all the things on my website. But there is a thing of option overload. So if you put too many things on your website, somebody could get there and just like not know what to do. And so that doesn't work for them. They'll click off. The other thing is that you might want to do a blog and you might want to do like a YouTube channel or different things like that. But if your ideal reader or the ideal client, if you want to do also services and stuff, is not connecting with those kind of things, then you're spinning your wheels and adding those features for no good reason. So it's really good to have all of this foresight before you invest money and you invest time in creating a website. So focus on your ideal reader and what your goals are as an author. So I just showed you earlier a bunch of different examples of different branding and different features. So I can go more into that, but I do want to get through most of the content here and then we can go into the nitty gritty if you guys have further questions. Step number 2, this is also Holly Davis, who was one of the, she's been on multiple panels and workshops this weekend, and she was part of one of my first boot camps as well. So step number 2 is to have a unique, personal, professional, easy to navigate, that is super important, design. Okay, so the design part, after you do all the brainstorming of branding and features and everything you want, now it's time to design it. And yeah, some web design platforms offer ready-made templates, which can be great, and you just tweak a few things. Or if you want to be really custom and unique, like I showed you a bunch of the other examples a few minutes ago and how different they were, it's because all of them created them from scratch. Again, either I created it or they were using my bootcamp, and that just really helps them to stand out, but in a, again, unique, professional, easy to navigate way. So we talk about all of that in the bootcamp as well, so that people aren't just looking at a bunch of things on a page. But no matter what design you choose, again, make sure it's unique, personal, professional, easy, clean. Yes. Okay. Good, good, good. I'm sorry, I'm getting distracted by some of my notes, but I do, let's see, I want to look at some of I love this. Yes, preach, JJ. Some of the comments here. You speak graphic design wisdom. Thank you, Sako. And I take that to heart because you said all of your wonderful credentials before. And I was like, this girl knows what she's talking about. I hope I don't make a fool of myself. So I'm glad. Would you recommend selling merch on your author website? That is a great question. Can you hold on to that and ask it again when I'm done this section? Because I'd love to talk about that more. Brand first, then website. Yes. Awesome. I saw my name. Ooh, yes. That's great. I love seeing names. Let's see, help others understand what it's like. Yes, we need awareness. Love it, you guys. I think the other problem I have, this is SK, is I write a couple different genres. So I haven't fully figured out my own brand yet because I write all romance, but I write fantasy and contemporary. Okay, so just real quick, a couple things about that. And we might want to talk about this at the end too. If we go back to my website, you can see like I'm a fantasy writer, but I have focused my branding on myself, partially because I also offer services and such. And I have thought about like maybe creating a separate website. Like I have a books page, but I've been thinking about creating a separate website just for like fandom of like my stories. I know I'm getting ahead of myself, but I think it'd be really fun and like branding it a little bit more to the fantasy side. But I think if you don't know how to brand yourself for genre yet, brand yourself for you because you are the author and no matter what you write, you want people to connect to you so that when they see you out there, no matter what kind of book you write, they're more likely to buy it because they already have a personal connection with you. So that's what I've chosen to do. Some other people, because they know their genre and they know they just want to focus on that, that's what they've branded to. So I hope that's helpful, but we can definitely talk about it more at the end. Let's see. Does Wix have a free option? Okay, Wix does have a free option. And do you recommend starting with a paid option or if you're just beginning is a free option? Okay, I encourage my boot campers, something is better than nothing. In the beginning. And I think the free option for Wix is great. They just have a very small, it's like so if this is like the computer screen, is a very small banner right up here that says like made with Wix or something. And it's not super, like it's like white with like very simple text. So it's not even super like in your face. Sorry, I said super like 10 times. But I think I started there before I upgraded to my domain. So you don't have a personal domain. It says like, you have a username on Wix, and then it says, so mine would be authorbrittanyWang.wix.com/ and then you name your site. So sometimes I choose like /home because that's the home page you're going to land on first, or /official or /books or whatever you want to do. That can be your temporary URL, and then you can always upgrade later. The only bummer about that is if you use that domain name like a bunch of different places and then you upgrade. Actually, I lied. If you upgrade to a professional domain, custom domain name, your Wix URL should still work. So actually, I think I'm lying there. I should get back to you about that for sure, but I think that's how it works. Websites need to have hierarchy. Yes, Wix has a free option. Thank you guys for helping answer questions. Super, super helpful. Sorry, I'm not seeing it ahead of time. Awesome. I'm just trying to get through anything that's super pressing so we can get to questions at the end. Free. Okay, you guys are awesome. Thank you for helping each other. Yes, so free, definitely you can start free on Wix. Okay, no, I love getting excited, Doll. Thanks for getting excited. How can you prevent losing your content if your website server provider goes out of business? I lost a website like that before. I would have a backup, like a Google Doc, which I haven't done, but this is a great reminder for me to do something like this. So like blog posts, content, you can copy all of your text at least to like a Google Doc. And then when, did you lose your newsletter subscribers too? I might like every couple months download your email list so you don't lose that as well. Shouldn't happen. I don't know what server you were using, but that's really unfortunate. But those are some of my thoughts on that. Multi-genre authors branded as you, yeah. Or an aesthetic combo of your main genres. Yes, Doll, I love that. I'm going to try out free Wix as we speak, and then I'll upgrade when they have a sale. Yes, watch out for the sales. They should be emailing you. Great. Okay, fabulous. Okay, I think I got through the comments. Let's keep going because we're only on step 2. Step 3. Okay, you centralize and organize all of your content on your website. So the 4 basics that I usually say, and hold on, I like to have my Windows set up a certain way. Okay, here we go. 4 basics that I would always have is some kind of homepage, landing page kind of thing that directs people to where you want them to go most. A about page that's all about you as an author. A books page that's all about your books, surprise, surprise, and a contact page, which, surprise, surprise, they're going to contact you for different things. So those are the 4 main things. I also wanted to pull up Jessie's website here because on her books page, you can also, it's really great for series. If you have a lot of books, it's a great way to sort of feature all of them in the different series and then make them clickable either to more internal info on your website about that book, or that it just connects to like Amazon or wherever you want it to go. So I had a note to show you guys that because I thought that was great. Putting all your social media links there is super helpful. And ooh, I'm going ahead. Hold on. You just got a sneak peek. You're special. Hold on. Okay. So yeah, putting all your social media links in one place, which I talked about earlier. Reposting social media content. Again, we talked about that a little bit earlier, making it evergreen, searchable, unlike social media or a lot of social media, how it works. Blog posts, resources. You can have all of that in one place. And I'll just show you real quick too, so I have a home, about, books, for writers. So I have like resources in this page. Also, I put like, if you want to have an FAQ page, I put my contact page under the about. I have a Patreon, so I put that under about. And I put my writer's blog under about because I didn't want too many things in my menu and I have other things that I wanted to talk about more. My members page, which I'll talk about in a second. And then I have a service for author website stuff and then all the stuff below. Jessie kept it really clean and simple with the 4 basic ones I already mentioned. Allie kept it really simple, but she has the blog there. Let's see, home, about, books, resources, members, contacts. So you can sort of see a theme here. You can also see that a lot of people are including like little social media buttons, which Wix makes it really easy to add this feature. Savannah also has an in the media, which is really fun. Again, hopefully you guys can see the links to the website, so you can go check these out, or they're on my, let me show you real quick. You go to my author website, creator section of my website, and then click on testimonials. All of these websites that I'm showing you and more are there that you can poke around and get some inspiration from. Let's see, she also has a coaching service, blog, contact, and then Heather had all the basics as well. All right. Oh, you know what? Before I forget, I just want to make sure. So this is an example of what you could do for a 1-page author website. It could be really short and just this with like a newsletter sign up, but this is a web page that has a little about page section, a book section, a review section, or whatever else bonus thing you want to put in this section, contact, and then this is like supposed to be like an Instagram feed, and then subscribe to my newsletter. So this is a template that I've created. I have 3 1-page Wix like templates that I've created that you can purchase from me, and then I can customize it for you. But I love this because all the menu does at the top is it drops down little anchors to different parts of your website. So it's just 1 page. It's super simple, has all the basics, and you can always add to it. You can add more pages later on down the line. So that's just an example. Okay, I did go to the right place. An example of a 1-page website that you can create, or you can purchase a template like the one I was just showing you. Okay, step 4 is to offer a freebie in exchange for someone signing up for your newsletter. And I didn't talk about newsletters just by themselves because literally, unless someone's like your mom or your best friend, they are not signing up for your newsletter just because you ask them to. They sign up for a newsletter because you have an incentive, aka an opt-in, incentive, which I already said, cookie, any of those types of terms. It basically means a free thing in exchange for, oh my gosh, in exchange for, sorry, I saw a super chat. Let me finish my thought. In exchange for signing up for your newsletter. Bury Bad Books, thank you so much. If you guys didn't know, I do have the super chat feature enabled and going to start crafting my newsletter today now that I've finished my book. Thank you so much for the super chat. That means so much to me. And I just got totally floored because that doesn't always happen. So thank you. I really appreciate it. And I appreciate everybody who's here today because we're having lots of fun. But yes, let me backtrack. So you can offer something free. And in the workshop, the 3-day workshop that I'm going to give you access to at the end here, I actually talk about specific things. If you don't know what to put in your newsletter, or you don't know what to offer as a freebie, I talk a lot about that in the free workshop. But just an example, you can put a sneak peek of what you're working on. You can, we have a sticker. Wait, I don't see the sticker, but yes, I love it. Okay, thank you. I'm sorry. The sticker will come up in a second. Okay, sorry, I'm getting excited because you guys are great. Okay, so sneak peeks of your stories. You can do short stories or spin-offs of a story. If you don't want to like spoil something that's going to be published, you can do one of those. These are all for if you want like to attract just readers. If you'd like to attract writers who also read and could collaborate with you and network with you and become your writer friends and accountability buddies, and I love all that stuff, you can also offer resources for writers. And here is a bonus. Is I love to also put on a website a members page, okay? And basically, I really love this concept of a members page because this is where you can store multiple freebies, archive them, and test out. You know, one day you could be like, hey guys, like for me, I have, one of the things I offer is a series Bible template for free in exchange for signing up for a newsletter. So I can talk about that in a YouTube video or on Instagram or whatever. And then people can get excited about that, go sign up, and I can see how many subscribers did I get from offering that series Bible template. For readers, I also have exclusive character art that's been done for my stories, a Dreamcast for my books, and I can put out one of those and be like, hey guys, I know I've talked about my story here and there. If you want to see exclusive character art, you want to see a Dreamcast, or you want to see like a sneak peek of something, it's exclusive to my members. And how I set up a members page is they don't have to give me their email. No, they have to give me their email, but they don't have a username or a password, because I hate having to have another username or password. I just give them a password that enables them to access my members page that they get in their welcome email, in their newsletters, and at the bottom of every newsletter I send out. So it makes it super simple. And then they get exclusive access to my monthly newsletter. I can talk. So that's what I love about members pages. Pretty much all of my boot campers decide to do this. And again, you can always start with one incentive and then add more later down the line. And having a members page also makes your people and your newsletter subscribers, makes them feel like they're a part of something, a part of a community, a part of something bigger than just signing up for a newsletter. So that's what I like about that. Okay, I see comments and things coming up. Man, I think I missed a lot. We're trying to get to questions. I ran through all of this stuff, you guys. I got through it in like 20 minutes, so I don't know why it's taking so long today. I'm so sorry. Let's see. Does Wix have a robust library feature for your books? For instance, is there a hierarchy where you can list your series and then books in each series? So I create subpages. So that's how I do it. So I have like the main menu, and then you can click books, and then it can show like the first book in the series or whatever. You can click there and then see all the series, and then have a sub page for like each individual book. It's really all up to you. It doesn't have something super built in, like custom just for authors yet, but that's how I would set it up. I have subscribers go through my Forever Home Friends site, which is hosted on Shopify, and then store them in MailChimp. Great. MailerLite, I have heard MailerLite is really, really good. I just got sucked into Wix's newsletter stuff because it was integrated and it had a form that went in my website. And so that's what I use. That's what I use for my newsletters, is also drag and drop. So that's what I use. I better not see a home button on a professional modern site. Oh no, is that not a thing? I see home buttons all the time. Huh, that's good to know. Because what if they want to get back to the home page? Can you address that for me, Sako? I didn't have a newsletter set up yet, so there was no newsletter to lose. Okay, perhaps I should be grateful that I didn't know how to create that. Maybe. Going back to the 4 types of content on your website, if you don't have any published books, add info about your works in progress. Yes. If I didn't say that before, yes. Good morning, and thank you again for the super chat. Yay! Awesome. Okay. Congrats on finishing your book. Who finished their book? I saw your post about your book. Congrats. I think I missed something, you guys. Sorry. What kind of freebies should writers offer? Okay. I'm going to try to save time at the end to talk about this. I did mention a couple though, so hopefully that's helpful. StreamYard is stupid and won't show your stickers. Okay. But the stickers themselves are stupid anyway. That's fine. But thank you. You're so sweet. Fancy Pants BBB over here finishing books and stuff. I think I missed something. Did I miss something? And thank you for another super sticker. You're so sweet. I totally missed something. Someone tell me who finished their book. Okay. All right. Questions. What ideas of freebies to give members? Okay, so hopefully you can see for mine. For writers, I have free downloads like a series Bible, book title generator. These are things that I've used for myself for my writer stuff. And then I have offered it for free. And then for readers, I talked about character art, book dream, cast of characters, sneak peeks, spin-off short stories. How would you get back to the homepage if you don't have a home button? That's my question. I personally like seeing a home button, but maybe that's just me. Will I say I love home buttons because I never know how to get back otherwise? Okay, so let's see. The site name should act as the new home. We could do that. We could do that. Does anyone else dislike the new way Facebook is set up? What did they do? I feel like they're always doing crazy things. Need to connect with you on social media. Okay, good. I love seeing. Oh, Buried Bad Books. Did I read that and then just miss that? Hold on. Okay, I totally read that out loud, and then for some reason my brain just saw it and then didn't register. So yes, let's just have a moment of like, celebrate good times. Come on. Yes. Okay. I'm so sorry. My brain is just not there right now. Okay. All right, guys, I'm gonna move on because we're gonna 15 minutes. Okay, here we go. Just making sure. Bonnie, thank you. Very easy to follow explanations, great presentation. Thank you. You guys are super sweet. I love you. That really means a lot to me. Thank you. Okay. Step number 5, and then I have a bonus step and then questions. Okay, step number 5 is to leverage social media. So I know that I said that this should not be your main thing, but it is the party that you go to mingle, to make friends, to do all the things, to then bring them over to your party. So the biggest thing on platforms like Instagram and Twitter is they only give you one link. So this is a hack that I've done and that I've taught my other students to do, and it's probably not super original, but a lot of people forget to do it. So there is something called Linktree that you can use to create just like a list of links to put in your link in bio so that they click one place and they see all the things you want them to see. I personally like to create a page on my website that has my branding that connects directly to my website. I'm already paying for my website, so I might as well include this in there. And I find that it's so much more effective. It's customizable, like I said, connects to my branding, looks a lot more professional. I actually, at the bottom of this page when you click the link in my bio and you go to the bottom of this, it has my new newsletter sign up. So it's multifunctional. It has all of my socials at the top. I'm talking really fast right now because I want to get to questions. And here is just a PSA, if you have a website, make sure you're checking all the time how your website is looking on mobile, on phones, or on tablets, because people are constantly looking at web pages now on mobile. So you could design the crap out of your beautiful, wonderful desktop website, but especially if you're using Wix, there is a very easy way to go to the mobile version and then customize that to make sure that is looking spot on as well. And you don't have like a professional look on desktop and then people are going to the mobile version and being like, what is this? So that's super important. Okay, bonus thing that you can do, that you don't have to, but part of your author career could be offering a service that either services readers or services writers in some way, and that can bring in people to buy your books as well. It can be a one-on-one kind of service. It can be a course. It can be exclusive community. So that could be like totally for writers. I'm sorry, for readers or writers. It could be coaching, mentoring, something you specialize in. You shouldn't just pick something just because you saw somebody else do it. It should be something that you're really good at, that you have proof that you're good at, and that you've helped some people with already, and then now that you're offering as a service. Something that can get, what I have here, something that can help you connect with your ideal readers or other writers is something you want to stick with. And yes, that's all I want to say about that. For example, I offer my free author website workshop every once in a while where I teach you the basics about website content, branding and design, newsletter content and growth, fast website building, and more. And again, this is how I've done it. This is how I've taught my students to do it, and they're having success with it. There's a multitude of ways. Not everybody uses Wix.com. Not everybody follows every single thing that I do, and not everything that I do will work for you. But this is why I give it for free. So if you find it super helpful, then you can benefit from that. And like I said in the beginning, I'm opening this workshop up again for you guys today. The link is in the bio, so all you have to do is sign up there. And the lessons will be delivered to your email, so make sure you're checking your spam folder, your promotions folder, because email can be annoying. So once you sign up, make sure that you see that you have the welcome email and it has all the instructions about how to start digging into those lessons. And if you decide you take the free workshop and you realize you want even more step-by-step help from me, you'll also receive a limited time discount for my full author website bootcamp as well, if you'd like to take advantage of that. Okay. Q&A, we got 10 minutes, but before I wrap up, I did also want to say that there is a secret word. We're going to pause here and I'm going to tell you the secret word for this session already on the screen. Throughout the retreat, collect as many secret words as you can. There will be one in each session for the retreat, and we suggest writing them down. At the end of the day, fill out the feedback form in the description below and enter the secret words. Each word is an entry for a draw to win one of 4 $15 Amazon gift cards. I really want to apply for this, but I won't because I'm a host, but all of you should. The more secret words you collect, the better chances you have of winning. The feedback form will close at the end of September, and winners will be announced at the beginning of October. And my secret word is fairies, because unlike this book, which is more retellings, I have another project that I'm hoping to publish in the next year or so, all about my world of fairies. And you can find out more about that on my website. Guess what? You can check it out there. It's called On Wings of Ash and Dust. I'm really excited about it. Okay. All right. I already said that. I have a couple other notes for myself during Q&A. Let me know if you have any questions. Also, I just wanted to put this out there too. If this is totally overwhelming you and you're just like, I don't know if I want to like dig into websites and newsletters right now, I'm having enough to handle just trying to write my book. Totally understand that. I do want to say, don't get consumed by your platform and trying to get followers, that you don't make progress on your own book. There was definitely periods in the last couple of years that I focused more on my platform than actually getting my book out there. And I don't regret it. I've met so many amazing people. I've made so many great connections. So I don't regret anything. But at the same time, now I'm taking a little bit of a step back. Like I said, I live stream pretty much every week here on YouTube. I am taking a break because this is my second video for this week. I'm taking a break this Wednesday and next Wednesday to not do that, so I can focus on writing and getting further in the publishing process. And then we'll be back for normal weekly live streams on Wednesday, the last Wednesday of this month. I think it's the 30th. But definitely encourage you guys to be kind to yourself, to balance, to get help from people if you're struggling, to ask questions, and to not burn yourself out with all the things. Okay, this is here on replay for whenever you want to reference it again when you are ready. So I just wanted to put that caveat out there as well. And oh my goodness, friend, you're just thank you. I'm overwhelmed. That is just so sweet of you. And thank you so much. Okay. Questions. I'm looking for questions. We got 8 minutes. If I missed your question, put it in the comments with a big, that's a circle. Put it in with a big Q and a colon and then your question, so that I don't miss it in the midst of maybe other people talking to other people, so I can address it. If I said I was going to address something at the end and I didn't, please reiterate so that I don't miss it. All right, I'm trying to find where I was. Okay, more commentary on the home button. Okay, so that's just other food for thought. I think I'm holding on to my home button. Sorry, Sako. Let's see. I saw your custom quick links page and made one of my own. I love it so much. Yes, it's my fave. It's my fave. Hi, Jessie. Hi, lady. Jessie, I showed your website earlier. I showed it off because it's real pretty. Let's see. The link page hack on your website is so great. I love it. Yes, super easy to do too. Such a cute layout. I'm totally sucker for pink. Yay. Let's see. Yeah, free workshop. Sign up for the free workshop. I'd love to see you there. And you can also email me with other questions. Yes. Yes, I hope it's super helpful. Ava, don't want to show off the book and bad books, but also for the workshop, hope more take you up on the freeness. That is so sweet of you. Oh my gosh, thank you guys so much. What's your opinion on Linktree? So I sort of said this before, but Linktree is great. It's free, but you can't customize it and put too much on it unless you pay them. So I'm like, well, if I'm already paying for my website, I might as well connect it directly to my website. and do all the things through there. So I think it won't hurt you necessarily, but that's just my thought if you already have a website. There has been a link change. Check the website to go to the next workshop as the link has changed. Okay, the website is linked below, all you people. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's see. Should you sell merch on your website? Okay, so why not? I don't see why not. If anybody has reasons why not, please say so. But I think that would be great, especially if you have books out. Just as an idea, yeah, like I have different fairy clans in one of my books. So I hope at this point, at the point that I publish, I think it would be really cool to like create, you know, sort of like how Harry Potter houses have, like everybody has their like, oh, I belong to this Harry Potter house. I would love for people to maybe identify with a certain fairy clan because they all have their own certain like, not personalities, but like they have their own values and like kind of things that they like. And so it'd be fun to like play off of that. Yay, watch the replay if you're showing up late. Yes, do the workshop together. If you guys do it, please tag me on Instagram or DM me and let me know how it's going, or start like a group where you can go through it together. That would be so cool. Build all the websites, make all the newsletters. You guys are great. Linktree has gotten some bad on Instagram. Oh, that's true too. Yeah, so maybe I would stay away from it because it used to be totally like fine, and they were like integrated into Instagram, and I don't know why that they had like a breakup, but another reason to use your website. You're so welcome. I'm really glad it was helpful. Again, that free workshop has so much more details, so I hope that it is helpful. Yes, merch. If y'all are looking for someone to create your website, Brit is the best. Highly recommended. Jesse, you're fabulous. I have taken kind of a hiatus from creating them myself just because it can be very time consuming. And again, I'm trying to publish the book. But I do have the course. I do have, if you have an author website and you just want improvement to it, the course is really helpful. But I do also offer a website critique where I record myself going through your website for 30 minutes, and I comment on all the things, and I comment on the things that are really important to you, and I give tips and other things that you can have on replay for yourself as long as you want. And so I just did that recently for one of my writer friends, and she loved it, and I was so thankful that it was helpful. So if you have a website that you pretty much love, but you're not like getting the engagement that you want on it, or you know, you're not, it's just maybe not the branding that you want or the style that you want, we can dialogue about that. That is another service thing that I have on my website too. Signed up to your workshop, but it says the link expires 8/23. Okay, that is a typo that I need to fix. So, but just, can you do me a favor, Tracy? Can you click to go view the workshop and make sure that it still goes through, that you still have access? Because you should. But I need to go through, shoot, I thought I fixed that. This is why I need a proofreader for my freaking website. Forget my book right now. I just need a proofreader for my website. Using Wix Business and Printify, but both are paid options, which Printify doing the print and distribution of the products. Oh, for the merch, yes. I know I asked this in the last workshop, but what are your thoughts about Patreon? Renee, let's do a whole nother chat about Patreon, because that is a whole another thing. It's been great for me. I love it to death, but that would be a whole nother topic. But let's talk about it another time. Oh, it was duplicated. Okay. Definitely do the workshop, everyone. Brittany's awesome. Your tips are super helpful. Thank you, JJ. Critique sounds horrifying. No, I am super like compliment sandwich. With everything, I tell you great things, and I tell you here, and I don't tell you, hey, this is wrong, go fix it. I tell you, hey, this could be better, and here's a few ways you can fix it. So it's not like a critique of like bad. It's like critique fun goodness. I swear. Reese, you guys don't have to. You're so sweet. Ha, love, 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 love. Brit's course, worth it. Yeah, if you want to invest in the full course, again, there's a discount available until Friday. That's when it expires. So you get that in the free workshop. Christine, love you, girl. You rocked it in the website. I didn't even get to show Christine's website. You guys should go to my testimonials page and check out Christine's website because it's great. Your videos and live streams are always super helpful. Thank you so much. You're welcome. Sorry I missed this one. I'll catch the replay. Internet is wonky. I'm so sorry. It will definitely be up on the replay. And JJ also gets monthly critiques from me because I do monthly author platform critiques through my Patreon. So Okay, I think I caught up with all the comments. We literally have 2 minutes until the next workshop. So again, the links are all down below for that. And I'm just gonna, I already did this secret word. Everybody got the secret word. And just want to thank you so much for watching, you guys. Tracy says it works. So just ignore the expiration date. It should say, what's this week? Hold on, bear with me for just a second, guys. I know I have a minute. It should expire September 18th. So that is Friday. So I don't know why that didn't update, but yay! Thank you for this. Yay! I'm so excited to see you guys in there. Okay, yes, Patreon. Let's do a video about Patreon because yes, enjoy your writing. Time for the next couple weeks. Yes, and there's sprints and all kinds of fun things going on. You guys have been amazing. Thank you for bearing with me as I scrambled through some things. The email I got says September 18th. Why are people getting different emails? That is not good. Okay, I'm gonna go check the things, but it does work, so we're good. Okay, I'm really gonna go now so that you guys can go to the next one. So, okay, bye. You guys are great.